Hi, my name is Nancy Calixto. Today I will be talking about my inquiry project. First, I will go over the 3 experiments I conducted, and I will finish off by giving off my experience throughout this journey. For my experiment number 1, I titled it Lights, Camera, Action. For the question, how quickly do beetles retreat from light in order to avoid exposure to predators? My hypothesis was that I hypothesized that certain beetles will be more cautious of the light and will therefore retreat quickly from the light. The materials were cardboard box, lid, flashlight, and beetles. For the procedure, it was to cover 3/4 of the box with the lid. Place the beetles in an uncovered 1/4 of the box. Shine a light in through the opening. After some time, lift the lid to see if and how many of the beetles have retreated to the furthest and darkest side of the box. My observation was that the beetles retreated to the middle of the box. Only one retreated all the way to the side of the box for darkest cover. And I will play a video. So as you can see, only one beetle retreated furthest away into the darkest area of the box, and the other 2 just remained within the shadows casted upon the box. So for the results, all the beetles retreated quickly away from the light. The conclusion was that beetles value the safety of staying in dark and covered spaces, but do not feel the need to retreat much further than just outside of the light, indicating that their natural predators are unlikely to hunt for them when they cannot be seen. And even after I removed the lid for some time, I realized that they were still seeking shelter within the perimeter of the box where shadow was being casted. For experiment number 2, I titled it Homiest Home. The question is, which materials do mealworms and beetles prefer to hide out in? My hypothesis was that I hypothesized that the mealworms and beetle will find the flour too suffocating because of the fine particles, and they will tend towards the sugar because of the sweetness. The materials were oats, flour, sugar, mulch, cardboard box, mealworm, and beetle. The procedure was place a similarly sized pile of each material around the perimeter of the box. Place the mealworm and beetle in the center of the box and observe which substance they take refuge in. I will play a video of where the mealworm and beetle decided to take refuge in. So as you can see, they preferred the mulch. They went actually straight to the mulch. Neither the mealworm and the beetle were interested in the sugar, flour, or oats. The mealworm and beetle took refuge in the mulch, and that was my observation. My results were that the mealworm and beetle preferred to hide out in the mulch. My conclusion was that the mealworm and beetle preferred the mulch over all other substances for coverage, possibly because the large particles provided open spaces for them to burrow in. The mulch may also have been the moistest substance, and they may have been getting thirsty from all their adventuring. And here I showed an up-close picture of the beetle and the mealworm. You can't really see the beetle too much, but it's around here somewhere as well. For experiment number 3, I named it hot or cold. The question was, which temperature do mealworms prefer using an onion? My hypothesis was that I hypothesized that the mealworms will prefer the hot onion because the aroma will be stronger. For the materials, it was 1 piece of onion at room temperature, 1 warm piece of onion, and mealworm and a cardboard box. For the procedure, was to cut out similarly sized piece of onion, of each temperature, making note of which is which. In this case, the room temperature is on the left and the warm onion is on the right. Microwave one and keep the other room temperature. Place them in a box of opposite ends. Start your mealworms in the center of the box. Cover the box for 3 minutes. After 3 minutes, check to see which onion has attracted more mealworm. Repeat this process at least 4 more times, ensuring your findings are consistent. So for my observation, I will show a video of what I observed. And as you can see, the mealworm tend to go to the room temperature piece of onion. So my observation was that the mealworm did not move towards the hot onion. It preferred the room temperature onion. The mealworm consistently found cover under the room temperature onion. My results were mealworms prefer room temperature onion. The conclusion was that mealworms do not enjoy warm temperatures. Maybe this is connected to why they always seek shelter from the light, because as we know, light often means heat. And now I will talk about my experience throughout this experiment. This is just a little insight of how my beetles, how my mealworms grew and converted into beetles. It was a really fun experience. I think it was also a commitment because I did have to remember to feed them, and it was fun seeing the mealworms turn into beetles, I'm sorry. And it was just very interesting. It was something that I had never done before, and it's something that I would want to do in my future classroom where my students can see firsthand the life cycle of a beetle. Thank you.